Today's video is brought to you by Zool and Vigo, official couch warmers of Bert the Stormtrooper Reviews.
Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Autobot tracks, and this is one that I'm really looking forward to. Released in summer of 2021, this is brand new, starting to hit stores right now. As of the time of this recording, it is a deluxe class figure. It retails for approximately $20, and I'll have a link down in the description where you can get your own tracks. So here we have tracks right in that Kingdom packaging. We got the small window showing us just the upper torso of the robot. We can see the chest and the head right there, looking a lot like that classic G1 tracks. We've got some really cool artwork. We've got Transformers logo, Kingdom. We've got tracks in his vehicle mode. Not exactly, but harkening back to that old Stingray mode that he used to have. We'll be taking a look at him next to his G1 self to see how updated that car mode has gotten. And then over here we've got some more really cool artwork of tracks in his robot mode. Cool little battle pose there holding his gun. Deluxe class figure. Around the other side of the package we've got that Kingdom artwork right there, and then around the back we've got those product shots showing us tracks both in his robot and in his vehicle mode. And then of course we also got that intermediate flight mode that Tracks was so well known for. 21 steps to transformation. And that's about it for the packaging. Let's get this guy opened up and check it out. And here we have Tracks out of the package and shown with everything he comes included. Of course, Tracks comes with a sheet of instructions. It's this new Kingdom style sheet of instructions that we've been getting with the gray and gray and the green highlights. Makes it very easy to read. He's also a relatively simple figure, easy to figure out. We've also got our card right here. And in this case, I got Megatron. I think this might be the first Megatron card that I get. Kind of making it hard to show with the glare there. But there you go. And let's go ahead and pull this foil back and see what we got on the actual card itself. Check that out. We got Galvatron in the back there. Very cool. I think this might actually be the first one of these cards that I get. So that's really neat. Taking a closer look at Tracks itself, himself. He also comes with these two weapons. So he's got this little dual cannon kind of a thing going on here. And this is going to mount to the top of his head hood in robot mode. We can also mount this here in vehicle mode. I'll show you that in just a moment. And then, of course, we've also got his little handgun as well. And it's okay. It's passable. I definitely intend on getting the Larkin's Lair upgrade kit for this. Now, here is Tracks in vehicle mode, and I love this toy. Here in vehicle mode, he is approximately 5 inches long and about 2 inches tall. So again, it's a pretty standard size for a deluxe class figure. And it does a pretty good job of emulating that Corvette Stingray. It's not exactly a Stingray. You know, they're not doing the vehicles exactly anymore. They take a little bit of license, just not exactly the way the vehicle looks. But it still looks close enough, especially in the hood. I really like the way they molded the hood out. It really harkens to that Corvette Stingray. I like that a lot. We actually got silver wheels on this guy, which I love. Absolutely love that they're painting wheels again. And while they didn't do it on all 4 wheels, at least the back wheels are on pins again, which, you know, it makes it really nice. It rolls real smooth. I miss having pin wheels. I hope they get back to this and stop doing this at some point. And just kind of going all the way around, you can see pretty much just a plain blue car, honestly. Yeah, I know there wasn't a whole lot of deco to the original Tracks as it is, but really, I mean, all we've got really is that red flame right there in the front with the Autobot logo. And the original flames, you know, they were red and yellow. So hopefully we'll get some toy hacks that can give this guy a little bit more life, because he is a little plain in the deco department. Now, this figure did have a couple of QC issues. I did have some gapping issues here in the front, on the sides of the hood, which has been very commonly reported. And I also had some floppy legs with this figure when it came along. I just went ahead and took care of it myself. It seems like most of the issues that people are having with this figure are related to QC. Now, There's an argument to be made. If you're paying XYZ amount of money for a figure, it should have been properly assembled. It should pass QC. And that's a valid argument. I can't argue with that argument. However, I also understand that we kind of live in an age nowadays where taking pride in your work seems to have become extinct, and companies don't seem to care to do anything about it. And that's across the entire globe. That's everywhere you go. Everybody just seems to be doing the bare minimum to get by. So we're going to get things like bad QC and assembly issues on a regular basis. And it's just something that we're going to have to deal with. That other argument notwithstanding, it's just something we're going to have to deal with. So at that point, in my opinion, I'm left with two choices. I can either be mad at the figure because it wasn't properly assembled and be upset with my choice in purchasing the figure, or if it's something I can fix it myself, and then have a figure that I can enjoy. I choose to do the latter. So for me, not a problem. I just fixed the QC issues myself, and I am perfectly happy with this figure. All right, that being said, let's take a look at the weapons themselves. You do have a port back here, so you can take the both of these weapons and you can combine them. So there's a port and a peg right there, and then you can plug this into the back right there if you want to do that. That's something you can do. You've also got ports on the side, front quarter panels of the vehicle, one on each side. So you can also plug this to the side here, or you can separate them and put one on each side. If you want to do that and you just kind of come up with your own crazy attack modes, you can do that if you wish. So that's a thing that you can do. We'll go ahead and pop these off and recombine them, because we're going to do that, show that off in a moment. But first, let's do a couple of quick comparisons. Here is the new Kingdom tracks next to the original G1 tracks, and they're almost the same size. The new one is just a little bigger than the original one. I still love, maybe I'm just a little biased because I've always been such a fan of the original character and of the original toy. I absolutely love that blue Corvette. But yeah, maybe that's why I like it much more than than other people. But yeah, I just absolutely adore this design. It's just something about this I've always loved. So there you go. There's what the two of them look like together. And for another comparison, here he is next to Masterpiece track. So you can see what these guys look like together, how these guys compare. And of course, the Masterpiece one is going to be a little bigger and a little more accurate to the actual car itself. Okay, so getting into transformation real quick, because we do have two modes to go over. So the first one we're going to do is the kind of the in-between mode, the flight mode, which is very cool. We're going to reach back here. We've got these little white pieces right here. These are fins, so we're just going to rotate these out and out like so. Get those little fins right out of there. Take your weapon, and we're going to plug it in right here on the back. This is kind of optional, but it's there if you want to use it. There you go. It would have been nice if this would have been able to plug into the front of the vehicle. That would have been cool, but it isn't. All right, so then we're going to go to the sides here, and these are kind of weird the way they latch on really securely. So just bring those down. That's going to bring the whole side of the car down and the wing, then bring the wing up, and then bring this around and turn it so that you have it tells you to turn it so that the yellow piece is facing out, but it leaves too much of a gap, in my opinion. I like to do it like this, personally. I think that looks better, but it's up to you. We'll just do it the way the instructions say. So we'll do it that way. Do the same thing on this side. Pop that off, bring it down, then bring it up. Bring this piece forward and rotate it around. And there you go. There is your flight mode right there. It's a good in-between or intermediate mode. It's always been kind of a silly mode, but the G1 figure did it. Both the figure and the cartoon did it. So it's there if you want to use it. And it's serviceable enough. A little flight mode. Very cool. You can play around with that. So that's cool. All right, now let's get to the robot mode. We'll go ahead and pop this. Actually, we could have just left that up there, but I already popped it off. Put the fins away. And let's see, where do we... Okay, let's go ahead and just kind of move... While we're here, go ahead and pull the fists out, but then just kind of bring the arms up and get them out of the way while we're here. Might as well. All right, we're going to take this whole top of the car here. This is latched here, here, and it's tabbed in the front there. So it can get a little tight to get off. You kind of got to really wiggle it and work it. There we go. So that's going to come off. Get that all straightened right back out again. So that's going to come off. And then this whole top of the car is going to rotate up and over turn it around at this hinge up here, come around the back, and then this piece is going to hinge down and forward like so, and you want that tab pointing straight out. We'll leave that alone for the time being. Let's concentrate on the bottom of the car here. There is, well, it came undone, but let me, actually, no, it didn't. All right, so this is stretched out like so, right there on the spine. All right, so we're going to go ahead and what do we want to do next? Yeah, let's go ahead and work on the feet. So we'll work on the feet. Go ahead and move these feet up and over like this. Come around the bottom here. You can separate the two halves of the car. Fold these out and open, and that's going to allow you to rotate this entire quarter panel right here. Just kind of pull it out, and that's going to allow you to rotate it about half away right there. And then this is going to let you use this double hinge here to extend the leg like so. The quarter panel is also on a double hinge right there, so you're going to use that double hinge to extend it all the way down and bring it all the way around, and then you can close this panel. There's a little tab right there that's going to tab into that slot right there, and then this panel, line it up to this tab here. It's not super secure, but you line it up right there and push it back in to kind of tab it into place, and that's going to be that leg right there. So same thing over here. Once we get this open, we're going to pull out on that quarter panel, rotate it half away, use that gap to bring the leg out, and then use that double hinge to bring the quarter panel all the way down and over. Straighten that out, tab that into the gray panel, trap the quarter panel into the shin piece, and then rotate the waist around. Now, take this chest piece right here. This is going to pop out. You can use this pin right here to push it out all the way over like that. Let me show that again. So the chest was collapsed like that. There's a little middle pin in there. You can push on that pin to just kind of get it started, and you're going to take this whole chest and just push it out. Now we're going to accordion the spine right here. We're going to get this tab inside of that slot right in there. So go ahead and do that. Secure that into place. Then go ahead and bring the arms down. And then this backpack is going to come down. Remember this tab I pointed out a little bit ago? That's going to go into that slot right there. So just kind of line that up. I said line up. Mine doesn't want to line up. There we go. All set right there. We'll get him nice and straightened out. Bring in his weapons. Separate these. The little white dual cannon piece is going to tab into the top. Right there, you can give him his gun. And there is Trax in robot mode. And again, I really like the way this guy looks. Again, maybe I'm just a little biased because I've always been a fan of this design, but I think he looks super cool. And again, if you fix the issues of the gappiness in the legs and the loose floppy legs like I have, it's a fantastic little figure. Here in robot mode, Trax stands approximately 5 inches tall, 5.5, 5 at the top of the head, 5.5 if you want to go up here to the top of the little dual cannons right there. Let's bring him in close so you can see the sculpt on the face. Again, looking really nice. It's not the G1 toy face. It's more of a G1 cartoon face. So absolutely love that. Really nice details. You got nice molded details right there on the chest. You've got that Autobot logo right there on the chest as well. You got the white piece going across the waist there and going down into the legs. He does have a little bit of gappiness down here on the feet. Nothing you can really do about that. That's just by design. The Masterpiece figure kind of had the same thing going for it. But yeah, he looks really good, except maybe he needs a little more deco, I think. And again, I think that Toy Hack sticker set for this guy is going to do wonders for him because he could use a little more details in the wings. The wings are very plain in white, and his legs are very plain. They do the stamp thing and they put it in the most obvious places, and I don't understand why they do that. But anyway, yeah, we could definitely use some stickers from Toy Hacks to cover up that stamp, give them some details on the shins, on the feet, and on the wings. And again, in the car mode, the little flame detail on the hood. I think this figure could really benefit from some Toy Hacks. Going all the way around, not a lot of gappiness. You got it really does a good job of covering up that backpack, all that spine and all those folding pieces in the backpack. It does do a good job of covering that up, and you don't have a whole lot of hollow bits showing. So again, I think once you get around the floppy legs and the gappiness in the car mode, This actually does make for a pretty good little figure. For articulation, the head is on a ball joint. You can go up and down a little bit. He is a little limited due to his design. You can also go side to side. Shoulders can go forward and backwards all the way around. You can also go in and out at the top of the shoulder, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrist. You do have a waist rotation. Legs can go forward, move up the little skirt forward that far, back that far, in and out, rotate at the thigh, bend at the knee, and the ankles are ball jointed, so you got lots of ankle tilt right there. Yeah, again, I know that this figure has gotten a lot of mixed reviews, but I think most of that has to do with his QC issues. Really, once you fix them, you know, you can choose not to fix them. I choose to fix them, and if you choose to do so, I think you're going to end up with a really nice figure, a very solid little figure. And again, I just absolutely love this design. Couple of quick comparisons. Here he is next to his G1 counterpart. So you can see, and again, this really shows off the difference in the detailing right here. You can see the wings, just plain white versus the stickered wings from the G1 figure. So again, this guy could really use some sticker detail right there. Same thing with the waist, the knees, the shins, the feet. This is a figure that could really benefit from some toy hacks right there. And then of course, I'm really looking forward to getting the Larkin's Lair upgrade kit for the weapons as well, because this looks a little rinky-dinky to me. So there you go. There he is with the G1. And for another comparison, we may need to back it up a little bit. Here he is next to Masterpiece Tracks, another figure I absolutely adore. And you can see what I was talking about. It also has a little bit of a gappiness issue right there at the ankles. I get it. It's not the best, but I get it. It's just because of the way it's designed, which is a fantastic design. And I love the transformation on this guy. It is such a, what do you want to call it? Let's say efficient, creative, effective transformation. It's just really cool the way the parts move to go from one side to the other. It just kind of really twists itself completely inside out to go from car mode to robot mode. And I really love the way it does it. It's just, I find this figure very interesting, very fascinating. And again, I really just enjoy this figure a lot. I cannot give this guy a bad review. I like this figure. And I think that about does it for the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe Class Tracks. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there if you want to hit on that. I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.